Atlanta Public Schools, family and friends, welcome to the 2022 commencement ceremony for Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy and the B.E.S.T Engineering, Science, and Technology Academy 6 through 12. Class of 2022. Please be seated.
Good afternoon, family, friends, staff, and loved ones. Thank you for joining us for the commencement exercises for Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy and the B.E.S.T Academy 6 through 12. I am Jadon Aldridge. This ceremony serves as a major stepping stone in our lives, and we ask that you give it the respect that it deserves. We know that you are excited, just as we are, but we have worked very hard to make our commencement special. We respectfully insist that you refrain from catcalling, yelling, making obscene gestures, or displaying any other acts that may impede others from enjoying this momentous occasion. Thank you for setting the example you will have for us to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Please remain standing until the colors have been retired.
Mark time, forward. Left turn, forward. Colors, hold. 3, 6, colors.
Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Reynolds, and we are pleased to have with us our Superintendent, Dr. Lisa Herring. Dr. Herring brings a servant heart and more than 25 years of experience with her in education to Atlanta Public Schools as its new superintendent. A Macon, Georgia native and a graduate to both Spelman College and Georgia Southern University, Dr. Herring established her professional career by teaching in both public and private and urban and rural settings in South Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, and Georgia. These experiences allow her to impact the lives of students from diverse social, economic, and ethnic backgrounds. Embracing a passionate belief that education is the greatest equalizer, Dr. Herring believes in the inner strength, power, and talent of all children. Success, she says, does not rest on where we begin in life, but how each of us maximizes our talents and pursues our purpose. The concept is critical in serving, supporting, and educating children and future leaders. We are privileged to have her today to address the Eagle Class of 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, Superintendent Lisa Herring.
Thank you for that very gracious introduction, and good afternoon to all of our family members, friends, board members, those of you who've come to celebrate today's graduation for the class of 2022. Hello, graduates, and hello to everyone. Before I get to my remarks, I want to give a special shout out to the entire Atlanta Public Schools community for the honor of delivering remarks for today's commencement. I'm the one up here, but there are so many behind the scenes and beside me. I'd like to recognize those who work the hardest to make today possible. Those who work the hardest, and of course, parents, I'm speaking of you, parents and guardians. And right alongside them, scholars, I know you've been working just extraordinarily hard as well. APS board members, our board chairwoman, Ishay Collins, our board vice chairwoman, Coretta Baldwin, board member Cynthia Briscoe Brown, board member Erica Mitchell, board member Katie Howard, and board member Tamara Jones. Thank you for being with us as well. Principals Dr. Tim Jones and Principal Yolanda Washington and the school leadership teams. Today is a cause for celebration. Graduates, not only have you worked hard, you've created and reached a tremendous milestone. We're all extraordinarily proud of you. You are about to become newly minted alums of Atlanta Public Schools, one of the oldest public school districts in the United States. Atlanta Public Schools will celebrate the occasion of our 150th birthday this coming school year, and we should all take pride in the district's ongoing commitment to providing a scholarly education to all of our children and scholars here in Atlanta that we serve. You are leaving a legacy. Young men, your school experience at B.E.S.T Academy was designed to align with your strengths and develop you into a community of leaders and learners who are globally competitive, transformative, and transformational leaders. Young women, consider the legacy of your school's namesake, Coretta Scott King. Not only was she the founder of the King Center, she carved out her own legacy as a global humanitarian and force for positive change and peace. And as I look at the faces of those seated before me, I'm reminded by you, our scholars, that the human spirit is soaring higher than it ever has. Dr. and Mrs. King, who cleared the path for you, would be proud. For the next few minutes, I'm going to ask us to unite our collective imagination and simply be transported to the land of a story or storytelling. Let's frame a vision together. Stories are tools for the living. They give us a sense of belonging, a sense of destiny. Stories give us a sense of purpose. Stories, tools for the living. Graduates, each of you have a unique story. You are the main character on a journey that only you can navigate. You are the main character of a story that you have been creating. Your story has meaning and currency and value, and your story, what you do with your life, can influence any and everyone. It already has. Many of you have already made those influences, with more to come. From the person across from you at the dinner table to vast of nearly billions of people across the globe. Many of you have already started the journey with storytelling through social media, TikTok, Instagram, and other forms. You've already began crafting and telling your story. And while you're at it, you've created the next generation with Twitter and Snapchat, and whatever you've created, I know that you own it. And why not own it? It is your story. And some of you already have an incredible story to share with the world. To that end, let me call out a few. Jaden Aldridge, I know you're here. Stand, please. Are you still looking to go into television and film and creative writing? Do it. Write your story. Samiko Berry, I know you're here. Stand, please. You're headed to Georgia State University. There you are. To study information systems and computer technology. Do it. Write your story of innovation. You may take your seat. Scholars, I really want to call out and name all of you. But my point is simply that you are already crafting your story. Own it. Create it. Present it to all of us. The first act of your story is largely already complete, and we at APS are proud to have played a major role in the development of your story to this point and beyond. As the story of your life unfolds in this next act, it should serve as an aspiration to younger generations, and it should be an inspiration to older generations. I ask that you share your story not as a pathway to fame and fortune, but out of a commitment to serve others. A commitment that says you will tie your own dreams and destiny to something much larger and greater than yourself. The treasures that will come your way as a result of the support you give to others. That's your story will far outweigh anything you can imagine at this moment. But you must live the story, and you must share your story. So I ask you, B.E.S.T and Coretta Scott King graduates, what is the main idea, the theme of your story? Is it service, ingenuity, wealth, friendship? How about prosperity for all? What is it you want people to take away from the narrative of your life that will lead them to believe, hey, if you did it, we can make it too? If you speak your truth, then the theme of your life will resonate with all of humanity. Not because you live in the right zip code, drive the right car, or work for the right company, but because you achieved all of these things, because you achieved all of these things and helped others to weave the narrative of their own story. Here's what I know. Your stories will be powerful because they already are. You're going to land high-tech jobs with titles that don't even exist yet. Some of you will discover cures or write groundbreaking public policy or crank out the great American novel or Oscar-winning screenplay or Emmy. And me, I'm on the edge of my seat, just excited to watch your stories play out. We can't wait to read, watch, and hear about your stories. I'm imagining something in my mind's eye right now. When the credits to your story, the class of 2022, roll across the screen, we'll read entrepreneur, inventor, activist, president and CEO, executive producer, chairman or chairwoman of the board, influencer, founder, philanthropist, and so much more. And I hope that as I stand with you, you see with me the closing credits that will be about the stories of your lives. And I know that your moms and dads and grandparents and aunts and uncles and friends and family members and neighbors, you can see it as well, close up, because you too are a part of the story. You are now newly minted alum of the Atlanta Public Schools in just a moment, and you will venture into the world with boldness and intention. And I know that you will leave the world better than you found it. Live your story, share your story throughout the chronicles of history. Go forth and continue to make us proud, and never stop writing your story. Everyone in this building today looks forward to reading it. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, parents, family, friends, administrators, and staff. My name is Treasure Evans, and I am also glad to have the honor of being the salutatorian for the class of 2022. Today is the day where the class of 2022 deserves to be congratulated and rewarded abundantly for all of the hard work and dedication that we as a sisterhood have had to build for the last 4 years of our lives. With this honor came this speech. And let me just tell you, it was very, very hard to think of the words I wanted to say and how I wanted to say them. Every time I felt as though I was mentally prepared to put my words onto paper, something around me would happen and it would push me 100 steps back from before. Every obstacle I endured prior to completing such a speech made me feel as though that this accomplishment was a little more insignificant. But thanks to the higher power in the universe, I was finally able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You see, I thought that this speech had to be formal, but when I found out I could be myself and write using my authentic voice, the creative writer that lives within me knew exactly what to do. A poem. You have now made it here, with or without support. You made it here and you should be proud. In this moment, the only thing that matters is you. You worked hard, day and night, rain and snow, no matter whatever the case may be. No one can tell you who you are in this moment because you made it to where you are supposed to be. A graduate, a sister, a brother, a friend, a mentor, a star, and so much more. You have grown in a way that cannot be seen by the human eye. You have grown in a way that has revealed to us on how much time flies. But you still have more to go. This is only the beginning. We walked the halls of Siskiwala hand in hand 4 years ago, but now it's that time to let go and flourish. We have created a sisterhood so deeply within our hearts that it would take the world just to demolish it. This poem was not easy to create. I erased words millions of times until I could finally figure out the words I wanted to say. And that's when I realized there are no words that can describe the joy and cheerfulness that I hold in my heart for being able to stand here and congratulate you all on such an achievement. Before I go, I would like to give a special thanks to my mother. Without her, this wouldn't have been possible. You're the love of my life. And before I finally go away, I would like to give a special shout out to one of my bestest friends ever, Danielle Leverett. Please stand. You taught me one thing. Everything happens for a reason, and for that, I want to say thank you. And again, thank you to everyone here, and again, congratulations to all graduates.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am DeCarlos McKinney, and I am the salutatorian at the B.E.S.T Academy High School, class of 2022. Nicki Minaj was right when she said, "The night is still young." We are such a unique group of individuals who refuse to sit quietly and watch the world pass us by. I mean it when I say we are destined for greatness because it literally just runs in our blood. But don't rush to achieve a certain level of success. Don't feed into doubt because life is a journey, so just enjoy the ride. Because what is a hurry? It's pretty early. It's okay, we'll take our time. I celebrate my peers for continuing to thrive through this ongoing pandemic and other battles we are fighting behind the scenes while navigating our senior year on top of being in the workforce and indulging in extracurriculars. It was tough, but we made it look easy. To members of the Atlanta Public Schools Student Advisory Council, my track and cross-country team, National Honor Society, and any student I've had the pleasure of collaborating with, thanks for a marvelous experience. I want to thank my coach on and off the track, Tony Rambo. I can't imagine my high school career without our humor, without you giving me advice on financial literacy, and especially your perspective on the track. I'll never forget the spikes, food, or rides you've ever given me and my sister. Equally important, I thank my entire administrative family for having my back and taking care of all of us since we entered the building. Every teacher that I've had the honor to be taught by and encounter, I love and thank you for being great educators. To our counselor, graduation coach, and college advisor, we appreciate you, and this moment wouldn't be possible without your hard work and dedication. Thank you, district leaders and local representatives, for investing into us, because we certainly are the future. To the 100 Black men of Atlanta and the Emerging 100, thank you for your contribution to our success. To mentors, family, and friends, inside and outside of school, and organizations that have poured into me and every single student walking across the stage today, I love you and thank you for being on this journey with me and all of us. Please remember to be kind and to be your authentic self. In closing, a quote that I leave in my senior class from the queen herself, Nicki Minaj: "Don't ever be lazy, don't you ever complain about hard work. Work hard, it pays off."
Good evening. I'm Cynthia Briscoe Brown, and I am proud to serve as your Seat 8 at-large representative on the Atlanta Board of Education. My colleagues, everyone on this stage, all of your parents, caregivers, and families, your administration, Superintendent Herring, we are all so proud of you. In her remarks a few minutes ago, Dr. Herring talked about the idea that your stories can find audiences, inspire people, and change lives across the globe. Our city, our state, our country, and indeed our world have never needed you more to dream big dreams and to solve great problems. The good news is that you have several huge advantages in doing just that. The first one is that when you walk out of here, you will be graduates of Atlanta Public Schools. Yes. And because of that, you will be ready for wherever your journey takes you, for whatever the next chapter of your story is, whether that's college, career, the military, or some other choice. Because here in Atlanta Public Schools, we graduate every student ready for college, career, and life. You have another advantage, and that is that you are graduating from two of our very most special schools. B.E.S.T Academy is not only, the name B.E.S.T is not only a value judgment, but it also stands for business, engineering, science, and technology. Your school strives to give you the skills to become the innovators, the entrepreneurs, the problem solvers of tomorrow by giving you the cutting-edge, state-of-the-art skills of today. Young ladies, as you know, your school bears the name of one of the greatest crusaders for freedom and equality the world has ever known. Mrs. King was an internationalist. That means that she understood that we all need to know there's a world out there and you have a place in it. Because of that, your school has a global approach to education through foreign language studies, diverse cultural interaction, student exchange programs, and all the ways that your teachers and your courses and your extracurriculars have introduced you to the big wide world. Remember that as you leave this place. Use her legacy to motivate you to accomplish great things out there in the big world. You got another advantage, and that is that you are in schools that are unique in Atlanta Public Schools. You are in our single-gender academies. I'm the product of single-gender education myself, in a setup very much like yours. And so I recognize the enormous support that these institutions offer. They give you an opportunity to explore who you are and who you're going to become by supporting you, nurturing you, encouraging you, and challenging you within a very close and loving environment. So I know you've taken advantage of that, of the confidence building, the intellectual stimulation, and that those traits in your schools have brought out the best of your talents and abilities. So those are all your advantages. That's why we, as the Atlanta Board of Education, know that you are equipped to change our world, to challenge outdated ideas, to shake up institutions that no longer serve the needs that we need to be served, to fashion a path of personal and professional excellence of your own making. And as you write your own story, you will be Atlanta Public Schools' best examples of what we can all be. We'll be waiting and watching for that. We're looking forward to seeing what you accomplish. We will follow you as you go on the next steps in your journey, as you write those chapters, and we look forward to reading your story as you write it for yourselves and the world. Thank you and congratulations.
Hello. Hello, family, friends, teachers, administrators, hello, peers, and congratulations. Over the past 4 years, you have worked towards the goal of graduating high school, and being here means you did that, as you should, Everyone says that time flies, and I want to disagree with that. I want to say that I remember Ms. Darville and her assignment on superheroes, how I chose the power of invisibility, and how she pulled me aside and said, "You're moving to Ms. Davis's class. Her name is Miss Sanders now, can you believe it?" I remember Ms. Hampton moving to the next slide once the fastest writer was done with their notes, and it's safe to say that she was a class favorite. Mr. Arthur is Alex, I see how you be. Miss Williams and Miss Story standing outside their doors saying good morning to students every morning. Political conversations in both Dr. Addis and Mr. Mitchell's classrooms through different perspectives. I remember being bored and oh so nervous, waiting for the days to pass so that this day could be closer. You see, I want to disagree and say that time did not fly, but I can't because it has. Everything's changed and it happened quickly. Everyone's gotten taller, looks a bit more grown up, and just different. Life happened, and similarly to school, it has a lesson plan for you. I thought I'd share with you all 3 of the lessons I've learned so far. The first is to take care of yourself. I know, it sounds a bit cliche, but it is necessary. And while it is my first piece of advice, it is one that I am most unfamiliar with. Over the years, I've mistaken my insecurities as humility, and while not mutually exclusive, one drains your spirit while the other is a trait that people love. I couldn't tell you which came first, my desire to hear others' perspectives to gain a better understanding of things, or my fear to speak. You see, I found that victory means nothing if you never defend yourself. So the lesson, if you wish to be fulfilled, not only academically, but socially, emotionally, and in all other sectors of your life, take care of yourself. The second lesson is to continue through your successes and failures. Now, in 6th grade, I tried out for cheerleading, And I'm not sure why. Maybe you can ask Miss Smith or Miss Sanders, but I didn't make the team. Imagine my embarrassment when looking at the list. Almost everyone made it except for me. So despite that, I joined softball, and I was pretty good. I could play most positions, and I even got to play alongside my sister. Hey, Chrissy. Then there was basketball, then track, and later cross country. I was an athlete. But even more challenging than all of those was dance. I felt like I didn't belong. Dance is for the pretty flexible people that aren't afraid of falling on their faces. Sounds familiar, right? However, since I took it as a class, it couldn't hurt to try as an extracurricular, and it was worth it. I gained confidence, learned how to tell stories with more than just words, and to think of myself more broadly than just a student. Thanks to Mrs. Potter, my homies Suri, Desiree, Brianna, Tanisha, Sanaya, and Lauren, I was an artist. I'm a dancer. Whether it is the finish line, first base, or on the stage, coaches will tell you not to stop once you get there, but to continue running, to follow through with your swing, to exaggerate your performance, to ensure that you've made it. After all, Hannah Montana said it best when she said, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. So remind yourself not to be so critical that you cannot accept both your achievements and defeats. So remind yourself of this lesson. Try again, try something new, or stick to what has been working for you, but no matter what, the third lesson, give gratitude. Today I stand before you as the product of all the programs, mentors, coaches, and individuals that took the time to guide me throughout my life. It is an honor and a privilege to have had the help of a village, so it is only right to thank a few. Thank you so much, Dr. Addis, Mrs. Potter, Mrs. Sanders, Ms. Garner, Mrs. Johnson, Mrs. Mitchell, Mrs. Rogers, and Ms. Tooks. Thank you, Project Engages, Daheem and Mr. Vance, Ms. Neely and Step Ahead Scholars in Project Success. Thank you to my benevolent family, my role models, Aunt Val, CJ, Chrissy, Leah, and Dad, my friends, Bryn, Alex, Somalia, Karen, Chloe, Starla, Ashley, Sarah, Jadon, Samaya, Jemiah, and my first friend at CSK, Caleb, AKA Wiggles. And that's to thank only a few. There are numerous individuals and organizations that have helped me be here. Just as you are here today proves that someone has compassion for you and your livelihood. Now, as much as I wish it didn't, time flies. So when we soar across this stage, we'll be a little older. And if you have not done so already, it's time to make a difference. No matter the magnitude, to let one another know just how meaningful they are to you and to remember this lesson. Please, appreciate the people and things that you have. And while you strive for more, say thank you. As a matter of fact, I would be quite literally nothing if it weren't for my greatest supporter, my most trusted advisor, and the love of my life, my mother. To her, I owe a special thanks. Thank you, Mom, for taking care of me, for nurturing me. Thank you for building us up to the best of your ability, persevering through our struggles, and protecting us. Your determination, intelligence, and tenderness will forever be a part of me. Because of you, I understand the importance of time and value my life. Because of you, I am proud to be Alexandria Smith, Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy, class of 2022's Valedictorian. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Amani Betwa, the valedictorian of the B.E.S.T Academy for the class of 2022. I would like to start by acknowledging all of our parents, teachers, staff, and administrators for their constant support and service. Thank you. Specifically, I want to acknowledge a few of those who have poured into me. My mom and dad, Lavetta and Robert, for their unconditional love and guidance. My grandparents, for their constant wisdom. Willie, Ernestine. Latasha and Robert. My counselors, Mr. Randolph, Ms. Sullivan, and Ms. Knight. My mentors, the 100 Black Men, Mr. Singer, Dr. Jones, Project Engages, Mr. Vance, Dr. Platt, Mr. Voigt, and Mr. Alfaro. Thank you all. But most importantly, I want to congratulate you, the graduating class of 2022, for your patience, resilience, and grit. By being here today, each of you have begun to lay the foundation for for the future that you desire. As you walk across the stage and seal this chapter of your life, you are opening a new one where you're bound for new pleasures to enjoy, new challenges to face, and new lessons to learn. Adolescence is a difficult time, and we don't talk about in depth how challenging it is. Everything about you physically, mentally, and emotionally is changing. We shift from the sons and daughters of our parents to individuals forming an identity for ourselves. We begin to discover the meaning of personhood, and while the discovery is exhilarating, it is also terrifying. We talk about independence like it is simplistic and almost tangible, something to be acquired with enough hard work and maturity, but we don't talk about the mental challenges that come with it. Freedom can be slippery and difficult to handle. I experienced this year having to attend Georgia State as an early college student and Project Engages. For the first time, I was not confined to the walls and was not restricted to the structure that high school provides. Needless to say, I quickly realized the difficulty of independence, the difficulty of forming personhood. I had to find the determination to stay focused. I had to find the fight within myself to achieve my goals because I didn't have my teachers, administrators, or mentors right there beside me to keep me on track. I had to isolate myself from distractions. And in this isolation, I was able to discover things about myself that I didn't know existed. This self-exploration is what pushes me to work harder. And it also made me realize the importance of simply getting to know yourself. Graduates, I want you to know that the evolution of you is natural. It is something you should embrace, and while navigating it will be very challenging, it will also be very fun and fruitful. The fear that comes with change is innate to it. This was never meant to be easy for us, but that should not stop us from making it memorable. Do not live your life through shallow experiences, navigating the world with fleeting emotions. Find depth and meaning in everything you do, and act with intention. Trust yourself and the decisions you make. There will be moments in your life where you fall and scrape your knee and you feel like the child of your parents again, and you don't feel like you. But reach inside to find that resilience in yourself, because it is there, just waiting to be used again. Congratulations again, class of 2022. The best is yet to come.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Yolanda Washington, and I have the honor of serving as principal of the Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy. This afternoon, I am overwhelmed with pride and joy as we salute the graduates of the class of 2022.
And I am Dr. Timothy Jones. I have the honor of serving as the principal of B.E.S.T Academy 612. I am elated to congratulate our graduating class of 2022.
Dr. Jones and I have the distinct honor of welcoming you to the 2022 commencement exercise for Siskiwala and B.E.S.T Academy. Let's all stand to our feet and give the class of 2022 a heartfelt round of applause.
Thank you. It is certainly gratifying to know that we've equipped our students with the knowledge and skills they'll need to navigate life's transitions. Please note that this is a momentous occasion. Therefore, we ask that you give our graduates the respect that they deserve during this ceremony.
We would like to once again thank the members of the Atlanta Board of Education for your attendance at this monumental occasion.
And to our superintendent, Dr. Lisa Herring, thank you for your support of all students for Atlanta Public Schools. Now, introducing a person who encourages and supports our efforts towards success, Dr. Dan Sims, Associate Superintendent. Thank you, Dr. Sims, for your continued support. We will miss you. Please stand and be recognized.
At this time, I would like to introduce the amazingly supportive and hardworking administrative team of Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy. Seated on the stage to my right, as I call your names, please stand and be recognized. Mrs. Latasha Mills McKay, Middle School Assistant Principal. Mrs. Deidre King, High School Assistant Principal for grades 9 and 10. Ms. Tia Martin, High School Assistant Principal for grades 11 and 12. Ms. Casola Rogers, High School Counselor. Ms. Keena Lee, Registrar. Ms. Tiana Knight, College Advisor. And Ms. Taylor Parnell, Graduation Coach.
Also seated on stage is the outstanding administrative team of the B.E.S.T Academy and our support team. As I call your names, please stand and be recognized. Mr. Larry Guilford, Assistant Principal. Ms. Tawana Kelly, Assistant Principal. Mr. Shannon Williams, Assistant Principal. Mr. MacArthur Randolph, Counselor. Ms. Shannon Sullivan, Graduation Coach. Mr. Ray Singer, 100 Black Men of Atlanta, Liaison. And Mr. Keith Milner, President of the 100 Black Men of Atlanta. Certainly this celebration would not have been possible without the love, the guidance, and support of our families and the families of our graduates. Will the proud parents, grandparents, guardians, and relatives of these seniors please stand and be recognized?
Thank you. Thank you. Encouraging students to believe that they can excel academically has been a joint commitment between the home and the school. I'm proud to introduce the men and women who work with so much passion and grit to ensure that students reach this milestone in their lives. Faculty and staff of both Siskiwala and B.E.S.T Academy, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Would the senior advisors for both Siskiwala and B.E.S.T Academy please stand and be recognized? We thank you.
Not only are teachers and parents a part of a village that has a hand in raising our children, but we have an entire community of people who support us as well. There are a number of organizations that support our schools with an array of resources, and we consider them a part of our B.E.S.T Academy family. As I call your name, will you please stand and be recognized? The 100 Black Men of Atlanta, the Emerging and Collegiate 100, Georgia Tech, the HBR Foundation, I'm a Father First, Making the Transition, Morehouse School of Medicine, the West Fulton Alumni Association, the Path Church, the After School All-Stars, Chris 180, and Be a Peacemaker Incorporated.
Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy also has a host of community partners who support us as well. Coretta Scott King once said, "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members with a heart of grace and a soul generated by love." I would like to take this time to acknowledge Elder King and the King family for their unwavering support of both our academic and sisterly pursuits. As I call the names of our additional community partners, please stand and be recognized. STEM Atlanta Women, Spelman College, After School All-Stars, Microsoft, Achieve Atlanta, Giving Point, The Links Incorporated, also known as Magnolia Stars, the HBR Foundation, Atlanta Metropolitan State College, and Georgia State University.
At this time, we also want to recognize school principals who are here with us this evening. Please stand.
Now we would like to turn the spotlight to those who planned this occasion for the graduating class of 2022. Please join us in saluting the efforts of Dr. Justina Reynolds, graduation coordinator, the graduation committee members, and senior advisors. Will the graduation committee and senior advisors please stand and be recognized?
Ms. Washington and I will now recognize students who have set the example of academic excellence. Please stand as we call your respective groups of scholars.
The top 10% of the graduating class.
Thank you. Members of the National Honor Society.
Thank you. Members of the National Beta Club.
Thank you. Students scoring above 1100 on the SAT and 21 or more on the ACT.
Thank you. Students enlisting in the armed services.
Thank you. All scholar athletes. Yeah. Thank you. To date, the class of 2022 has earned over $5 million in scholarship. Let's give them a round of applause.
Many of our seniors from both schools were recognized for their stellar accomplishments this past week at our respective Visions of the Future programs. However, at this time, we would like to present awards not previously announced. These awards are given by faculty and partners honoring students for outstanding contributions in various fields. I would like to ask the recipients of our special awards to please stand as your names are called.
All right, we start with the coveted Atlanta Journal-Constitution Cup. It's awarded annually to a senior who's deemed the best all-around student by the administration, faculty, and staff. Our 2022 recipient at B.E.S.T and CSK Academies have not only achieved academically, but they embody all of the qualities that we encourage our students to emulate. These talented young people have distinguished themselves scholastically and through community involvement. They are involved in numerous extracurricular activities, and they love a challenge. Please join me in congratulating the 2022 Atlanta Journal Cup recipients. First, Ms. Desiree Archibald. And for Best Academy, Mr. Jadon Aldridge.
The Principal's Cup is presented to a senior who has demonstrated great resilience to overcome obstacles and challenges. In spite of these challenges, this individual has stayed consistent with the learning process, been involved in community service, and provided leadership to the student body. The recipients for this year are Ms. Alexandria Smith and Mr. Khalik Brock.
The Atlanta College and Career Academy is a joint venture between Atlanta Technical College and Atlanta Public Schools. It provides high school students with vital career training by extending learning beyond the traditional classroom. Students earn both high school and college credit in this program. They were able to take core content courses or pursue technical college certificates and/or associate degrees. The Atlanta College and Career Academy wants to salute students that completed a technical college certificate. When your name is called, please stand and be recognized for a job well done. Michaela Schroeder, early childhood. Lacario White, healthcare. DeAnthony Hammond, graphic design. Excellent job. This year, the Salutatorian of B.E.S.T Academy's class of 2022 has distinguished himself as a serious and talented student. This fall, he will go on to matriculate at Kennesaw State University. Please join me in recognizing B.E.S.T Academy's 2022 recipient of the Salutatorian Cup, Mr. DeCarlos McKinney. Congratulations.
CSK's 2022 recipient of the Salutatorian Cup has truly embodied the words of the Siskiwala Student Creed by presenting herself as intelligent, courageous, strong, and beautiful. This fall, she will go on to matriculate to Kennesaw State University. Please join me in recognizing CSK's 2022 recipient of the Salutatorian Cup, Ms. Treasure Evans. Congratulations, your hard work has paid off.
This most distinguished award recognizes the highest ranking student of the graduating class. This year, we have an outstanding student who values education, accepts challenge, and possesses a positive outlook on life. This young man will attend Georgia Tech University. The 2022 Valedictorian Cup recipient is, of course, Mr. Amani Bedwa. We are expecting great things from you.
This year, the valedictorian of Coretta Scott King Young Women's Leadership Academy has met every challenge that has been put before her. She does not understand the meaning of I can't. She will attend Emory University this fall. Please salute the recipient of the 2022 Valedictorian Cup, Ms. Alexandria Smith. Alexandra, this is only the beginning.
Again, congratulations to our students. Please give them a round of applause. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the awarding of the diplomas.
Members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Lisa Herring, we hereby certify that these candidates for graduation have completed all of the requirements of the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education and are now eligible to receive their diplomas. Again, we ask the audience to please recognize the formality and seriousness of this occasion by refraining from yelling, name-calling, and other distractions that destroy the beauty and dignity of this program. We owe it to these young people and to their families to allow the program to proceed with honor. Please hold your applause until all diplomas have been presented. We would like to ask the members of the Board of Education and Superintendent Herring to join our principals as they award diplomas. Graduates of the first row, please proceed to the podium.
Ready?
Khalik Brock.
Danielle Leverett. D'Angela Archibald.
Jadon Aldridge.
Sarah Reynolds. Treasure Evans.
Amani Bedwa.
Alexandria Smith.
DeCarlos McKinney.
Desiree Archibald.
Kenneth Russell.
Sanaya Hatcher. Ashley Naji.
Dakari Davis.
Anaya Bell. Samiquiel Berry.
Cyrus Fernandez.
Micaiah Beverly.
Alexander Gaines.
Keishanti Cheney. Kayla Dancy. Blessed Dotson.
DeAnthony Hammond.
Jemiah Duffy. Shamaya Edwards. Ariana Brogdon.
Kalijah Floyd.
Janaya Bagger.
Justice Hammonds.
Layla Gadsden. Shelby Garman. Breon Green. Aaliyah Harris. Taylor Harvin.
Durante Harris.
Jemiah Holder.
D'Amico McGee.
Deja Jones. Morgan Lawson. Trinice Hannah.
Makai Sims. Devin McIntyre.
Samaya Lewis. Markeisha Lumpkin. Quantiana McCoy. Destiny McKinney. Sade Mitchell. Lamaya Moses.
Christian Roberson.
Nundy Newton.
Zachary Hatton.
Janaya Perry. Amari Wynn.
Jaquan Phillips.
Jamisa Smith. Amaya Sharp. Janaya Reynolds.
Clarence Stargent.
Tatiana Rhodes. Jakia Houston.
Larry Walker. DeMarcus Tolbert. Lucario White.
Angel Brown. Brooke Thomas. Starla Stella.
Willie Marick. I got you. No. Serene Thiem.
Michaela Schroeder. Erica Reed. Yenny Guzman Olivares.
Nikwe Bell. Corian Irby. Avery Johnson.
Audience, I think they're gonna do the. Hold on.
Ooh, boy. All right. My name is Erica Mitchell, and I am proud to serve as your board member. Today is about us, my birthday, and your graduation. Class of 2022, your principal has verified that you have completed all the requirements set forth for graduation by the state of Georgia and the Atlanta Board of Education. By the power invested in me by the Atlanta Board of Education, I hereby certify you as graduates of class of 2022. Congratulations.
I'll say that, you say this. Woo! Audience, please join us in celebrating
the class of 2022.